telemarketer call. But the train, because we've done classes at PetSmart. We did the puppy class at PetSmart, and then we've done a basic obedience at a private trainer. I'm not going to say where because I live in Connecticut and this is very, very local and it's just not good. It was not a good time. So we had told them that we went to PetSmart and they're like, okay, but then they still made us do the basic obedience, which she knew how to do everything they were teaching. So basically it was just a waste of time, but we had to play by their rules if we were going to use them. And so we did, and then they were like, oh, well, she needs to be evaluated again. I'm like, why? Literally, I'm just trying to teach her two things at a time. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know, I'm not stupid, that service dogs take at least 2 years, maybe more. They're always in training. Like, I'm not stupid. So anyway, that was not a good situation because they kept wanting to have her evaluated even though we were just there with them. And they kept wanting more money for each evaluation. And I'm like, I don't have that money. So either we're going to take a class or we're going to suspend ties. So we ended up suspending ties and not going with them. And then I didn't have a trainer for a long while, but then it was winter time and I went through something and just winter is not good for me. So we just kind of did at-home basic YouTube video training and brushing up on basic skills like she already knows, like place, come, sit, down, recalls, stuff like that. Because you can never have too many basics. Hold on, let me have a sip of my tea. And then came time that I was looking, it's springtime now. This was back in March, I want to say. I went and I called another local trainer to me. So now if you're keeping count, this is my third trainer that I've talked to regarding Hope. I'm not counting PetSmart because we're going to go back to PetSmart probably because they have given us the best time of day and there's different locations that we can go to and stuff like that. Anyway, so this is the third private service dog trainer that I've talked to. And I called her up and I was like, hey, listen, I have a 1-year-old golden doodle that I want to do a service dog. And she asked me the tasks and I said far, far down, I said medication retrieval because I know that's not something you play around with because meds are important, whatever. So I said far down medication retrieval, but I said panic attack response, and I said picking up dropped items and retrievals. Literally 3 of the most basic things, not alerting to anything, responses. Responses to panic attacks, picking up dropped items, and medication retrieval by cell phone. Easy, right? I think, it's not like I'm asking her to be a seizure alert dog like my best friend's is, right? And this lady basically told me that, and I also said, because this lady also ran an agility course. And so I was like, hey, can we do agility too to burn off some of her energy? Because this dog needs to run around and she needs to be walked every day thanks to my lovely mother, Lori. Hey, thanks, Lori. Give Lori a thumbs up for all that she does to help with Hope. And so basically I had said to her, I said, I would like to do agility and I would also like to do training because I see on Instagram some of my friends do agility and training. And she was like, she was very old and very set in her ways. She was like, if you do agility, it'll set your dog back a year. And I'm like, really? So I went to my friend and I was like, hey, is this true? And she was like, absolutely not. People can do whatever they want with their dog. If anything, agility would help her pay attention, you know what I mean? And burn off the energy. Duh, that's what I want, But basically, the lady told me that she wasn't willing to evaluate Hope to be a service dog because literally she told me that she was like, I don't have the time or resources to do that, and it's going to take away from my business. And I'm like, okay. So basically, we're back to square one. looking for a trainer again, but by the time you're seeing this, I have a PCA and I hopefully have a wheelchair van, but if not, I hopefully am using my mom's car to go to training classes because I really, really, really want to get back into that again, but I want to do that with the PCA so my mom can have a little break, and that's what we're doing, hopefully by the time you're seeing this, but catch up with my daily vlogs if we are, because I'll make an announcement. Because my goal is to get her to go through all the PetSmart training classes. She's done the puppy. Now she'll move on to the advanced. I want her to do the therapy dog because even if she is a service dog for me, like, I want her to have every ounce of obedience and whatever training she can possibly have to have. So that's what we're going to do. But the one thing that I do regret is I don't regret getting Hope now because my grandma is dying and it's very, 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 very difficult for me to deal with and process. I cry literally probably 4 times a week about it. So I don't regret getting Hope now to help me kind of like emotionally and give me something to do when training her for service work, but I do regret not having a plan of training, and partly that was my fault because I was so like I need this to happen now, like blah 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 blah. Like, I was in a headspace where I didn't want to wait for anything, I didn't want to plan anything. I was in a very, very, very bad headspace. And also, I thought, hey, I'll just pick a trainer, this would be easy, but it's not been easy. It's taught me patience. It's taught me to love unconditionally. It's taught me to be proud of every inch that I teach her how to do myself, because basically, other than PetSmart, we've done this ourselves. And she's turned out very, very well. You may not agree, and you can leave your constructive criticism, you can leave your hate, you can leave whatever you want to leave down below, that's fine. But compared to other people, like, I'm just saying, who started at the same time, we're right where they are. We're right where they are. Which is good, which makes me feel good. Which I know, don't compare people, but I'm just saying, people who have dogs, who we got them around the same time, we're right where they are. But I mean, I guess I really can't be mad at not having a plan, because obviously my first priority is my grandmother, and this is just how life has turned out. But if I learned anything, it's have a plan, have a trainer already before you get the dog, and be ready for your world to turn upside down. Because I'll link down below the first couple of videos that I made with Hope coming home. Oh my God, I literally had no idea what I was doing. No idea whatsoever. It was just like, you know. But do I regret any of it? No, because it's brought me to where we are today, and I believe we're in a really good spot today. And we would only continue to rise up. So yeah, thank you. That's my reflections on having a dog for 1 year, who I'm hoping and praying to turn into a service dog for psychiatric and cerebral palsy disabilities. And I'll see you next time. Bye.